Cleveland Browns' quarterback room just imploded, and all it took was a single Instagram post. One photo, one caption, and the entire team was thrown into chaos. When Nike announced its next-gen football showcase lineup, fans expected to see the usual suspects: big names, breakout stars, the future faces of the NFL. But no one expected this. Front and center was Shedeur Sanders, draped in custom Nike gear, smiling with the caption, "The future isn't waiting, it's already here." And somewhere in Cleveland, Dillon Gabriel was fuming. Sources inside the locker room say Gabriel completely lost it after seeing Shedeur's name trending next to Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud. He wasn't just upset, he was furious. Slamming lockers, pacing, yelling about favoritism, saying, "They only care about his last name, not his game." The meltdown was loud enough to turn heads across the facility. But beneath the surface, this wasn't about a Nike event. This was about power, perception, and the uncomfortable truth every player in Cleveland already knew. Shedeur Sanders isn't just another rookie. He's a brand, a movement, a business that's starting to outgrow the team itself. And as Gabriel stewed in frustration, Shedeur stayed calm, scrolling through his phone, smiling as teammates congratulated him. It wasn't arrogance, it was awareness. He knows what this moment means. Nike didn't just pick him for his stats. They picked him for his story. And that story might just be the one that changes everything inside Cleveland's locker room. The Browns' locker room went from calm to chaos in seconds. According to insiders, Dillon Gabriel completely lost it after seeing Nike's new campaign post featuring Shedeur Sanders, not him. The photo showed Shedeur front and center with the caption, "The future isn't waiting, it's already here." That line hit harder than any defensive tackle. Gabriel slammed his locker, yelling, "They only care about his last name, not his game." Teammates tried to cool him down, but the tension was thick. Some watched in silence. Others exchanged glances like they knew this moment was coming. Shedeur didn't say a word. He just sat there, calm, scrolling on his phone, flashing a slight grin as teammates congratulated him. It wasn't arrogance, it was confidence. He'd earned this spotlight, and deep down, Gabriel knew it. This wasn't just about a Nike deal anymore. It was about legacy, brand power, and who truly runs the Cleveland Browns. Nike's latest move sent shockwaves through the NFL, and especially through Cleveland. When the brand unveiled its next-gen football showcase, fans immediately noticed one thing: Shedeur Sanders was front and center, while Dillon Gabriel was nowhere to be found. For weeks, insiders say Gabriel's camp believed he was locked in for the campaign. His agent had even pitched him as the underdog success story, the walk-on turned franchise starter. But at the last minute, Nike pivoted. Sources close to the company say the decision was strategic. Nike didn't just want good players, they wanted cultural icons, and Shedeur fits that perfectly. His social media reach, swagger, and last name make him more than a quarterback. He's a marketing machine. Gabriel's performance might be solid, but Shedeur's presence sells jerseys, headlines, and hype. When the campaign dropped, Gabriel's name wasn't even mentioned. The message was clear. This is the new era, and Shedeur Sanders isn't waiting for the spotlight. He is the spotlight. The Browns' locker room isn't just tense, it's split right down the middle. After the Nike drama, players quietly started taking sides. Veteran leaders brushed it off, saying Gabriel's meltdown was soft and that real players let their game do the talking. But the younger guys, they saw it differently. To them, Gabriel had every right to be frustrated. He's been putting up numbers, point, showing up early, doing everything right, and still, all the attention goes to Shedeur. One rookie defensive back reportedly said, "It's hard playing in someone else's shadow when the spotlight doesn't care about stats." And that's what this really is. Not a talent gap, but a power gap. Shedeur isn't just a quarterback, he's a brand. Every move he makes trends, every quote goes viral. And no matter how well Gabriel performs, he can't outshine the aura of a Sanders. Inside the Browns facility, that reality stings, because for the first time, it's not about who's better on the field, it's about who's bigger off it. Behind closed doors, things got even uglier. Kevin Stefanski called both quarterbacks into his office, hoping to cool the fire. But the second the door shut, Dillon Gabriel let loose. According to insiders, he accused the team of blatant favoritism, claiming the Browns cared more about followers than football. He pointed out that Shedeur gets all the social media highlights, all the brand perks, all the attention. This isn't about football anymore, Gabriel snapped. It's about money, and I'm not Deion Sanders' kid. Stefanski tried to steer the conversation back to teamwork, but it was already too late. The tension was thick. Meanwhile, Shedeur stayed quiet, calm, and composed, barely saying a word. When asked if he had anything to add, he simply said, "I'm here to play football. Everything else is extra." That single line changed the entire mood. Gabriel stormed out moments later, furious, while Shedeur walked away like nothing happened. For everyone in that building, one thing became clear. Cleveland's quarterback battle wasn't about skill anymore. It was about control. For the Browns, this saga isn't just drama, it's business. Ever since Nike announced Shedeur Sanders as the face of their next-gen campaign, Cleveland's brand value has exploded. Merchandise sales are up over 40%. The new S2 jerseys sold out online in less than 24 hours. The team's social media following jumped by hundreds of thousands, and engagement doubled overnight. Front office executives have noticed, and they're loving it. One insider put it bluntly, Shedeur's doing more for this franchise off the field than most players do on it. And that's the problem for Dillon Gabriel. His numbers may be solid, but numbers don't trend. Nike, the fans, and even ownership see Shedeur as the future, not just the quarterback. For Gabriel, it's an ego hit, realizing that in today's NFL, fame fuels opportunity. He's fighting for playing time, while Shedeur's already building an empire. To the Browns executives, this isn't favoritism, it's strategy. But to Gabriel, it feels personal. Practice the next morning said it all. Cameras caught Dillon Gabriel looking frustrated, missing pucks, throws, and arguing quietly with coaches. The usual composure was gone. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, Shedeur Sanders was calm, laser-focused, steady, even stopping to sign a few autographs for fans. The contrast couldn't have been sharper. One player described it perfectly. Gabriel was breaking down, while Shedeur was leveling up. Reporters noticed too. Beat writers said Gabriel barely spoke during drills, avoiding eye contact with teammates. The energy around him felt heavy, tense, and as practice ended, the silence spoke louder than words. Shedeur walked off smiling, his confidence untouched, while Gabriel stormed to the locker room without a glance back. It wasn't just frustration, it was realization. The spotlight he thought was his had officially shifted. For the first time, it was clear to everyone watching, Cleveland's future didn't belong to the man struggling on the field. It belonged to the one who never flinched. The fallout from the Nike incident has left the Browns walking a fine line between hype and havoc. Inside the locker room, veterans are keeping quiet, but the message is clear. This is now Shedeur's team. His name carries weight, his image sells, and his calm confidence has turned into quiet leadership. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel is running out of allies. What started as frustration has now become isolation. Players sense it, coaches see it, and the front office? They're already planning their future around Shedeur Sanders, on the field and off it. Rumors are swirling that Gabriel may request a trade if things don't change. But deep down, most know the writing's on the wall. The Browns have made their choice. Shedeur isn't just the quarterback in waiting anymore. He's the brand, the face, and the energy Cleveland's been missing. And when destiny finally calls his number, this team won't just have a new leader. It'll have a new identity.